Tesla CEO, ex-owner and billionaire Elon Musk hit the campaign trail for Donald Trump in Pennsylvania on Thursday, mobilizing Trump voters ahead of Election Day on November 5th. And while addressing the rally, Musk emphasized that Pennsylvania is important to the future of the world and is going to decide the fate of America. He has taken a sharp turn to the right this election as he has voted for Democratic presidential candidates in the past. Musk endorsed Trump in July and has donated nearly $75 million to Trump-aligned groups.
The ones that resonate, for me at least, are...
All right, let's go across to DD India correspondent Amritpal Singh is joining us live from San Francisco, and Shubhendu is in New York. Amritpal, I'll come to you first. 3 weeks left in the presidential campaign. Trump's rally in California a few days ago drew significant attention and he drew a large crowd, but it took place in the Democratic-leaning state. Tell us how's the atmosphere there in San Francisco? What are people saying? And looks like Trump has some hope there.
I don't know if Trump has a hope here because California for the past 50 years has been a blue state. It has voted for the Democrats, and that's not to say that the Republicans don't have a voter base here. They do have a voter base. They get votes. But in the U.S., how the system works is if you only leave 2 states of Maine and Nebraska, the rest of the states, if win more than half the seats, the whole state goes that way. Say there are 54 seats in California. So if each of the candidates takes 28 seats, 27 being the half mark, all the 54 seats of the Electoral College go to that particular political party. So even if he has a support base here, but if the Democrats outnumber that, then the whole state goes blue. For the past 45 years. That's been a trend. It used to be a red state very, very long back, but it's been consistently a blue state and been voting for Democrats. But yes, of course, there are Republicans here. And the issue of black male voters slipping away as one from Kamala Harris or the Democrats is an issue, and therefore we saw her roll out policy SOPs just before the elections. Abhishek? All right,
Amritpal, stay with us. I'll come back to you. Shubhendu, with last-minute appeals to voters, how's the buzz there in New York? What are people saying? Shubhendu, are you there with us?
Abhishek, good evening to you and the viewers from New York. Well, traditionally, as you would know, that New York has been a blue state in support of the Democrats. Yes, I am. We are talking about New York and the manner in which it has been traditionally a blue state, as I mentioned, Abhishek, and supporting the Democrats. But we also see an outreach being made by Donald Trump to the Democrats, the issues that impact United States, different states of the United States also impact New York. But particularly one issue is the issue of illegal immigration and the migrant crisis. It's said that about 11 million was the number of illegal immigrants recorded in 2022. There was a greater influx of immigrants from unstable countries in South America, also Africa, and New York was one of the worst impacted states with these migrants. Some 200,000 people had to be accommodated, puts a great pressure on resources of an already saturated and dynamic city and state. So in that sense, that issue is on the top of people's mind, and we see the leaders also addressing this concern. Well, Donald Trump puts the blame on the migrants. Kamala Harris says that it is the system that needs repair. Abhishek?
Stay on, Shubhendu. I'll come back to you. Meanwhile, Amritpal, and Kamala Harris interview on Fox News, she did face some tough questions on Joe Biden, immigration, economy, and how she'll turn the page. Trump has also reacted.
That's right. I mean, that was quite a bold decision on part of Kamala Harris to go to Fox News and take those tough questions, more than tough questions. It was sparring, interrupting at regular intervals by the anchor Brett Baer. In fact, she had to, though she is quite herself quite an effective practitioner of filibuster, but Brett Baer really took her case and ragged her there. But to be fair to Kamala, she took it on the chin and tried to answer questions, ranging from, as you said, Joe Biden to immigration, etc., and saying that, I'll turn the page and it will be a different administration. It won't be a continuation of Joe Biden's term, clearly trying to distance herself in a certain way, walking a thin line there from the anti-incumbency baggage of Joe Biden. But she also attacked Donald Trump. Trump's understandably reacted to it, saying that she has a massive, irredeemable syndrome, anti-Donald Trump, anti-Trump syndrome, or a deranged Trump syndrome. And she can't talk about anybody except me, anything except me. So he's taken on her, saying that, well, she has no agenda of her own. She's just trying to, her claim to the bid to power is based on anti-Trumpism. But that was understandable. In fact, he congratulated Brett Baer, writing on Social Truth, saying Brett Baer did a good job. It was indeed an explosive interview there. Abhishek?
All right. Thank you for the time being, Amritpal. Yes, but we'll keep taking updates from you. Shubhendu, Trump is in New York to attend Al Smith dinner. Tell us, what is so important about this dinner and why Kamala Harris not attending is a big deal?
Well, Abhishek, the Alfred Smith dinner is one of those traditional occasions when adversaries also sit together, even crack a joke or two in this very tense political season. But it seems that for the first time in 40 years, one candidate is not going to be there participating in this, especially it's a Catholic charity dinner named after former New York Governor Alfred Smith. Now, Kamala Harris has said that she is busy campaigning in Wisconsin, that the plans were laid out much in advance and therefore she possibly can't make it for this dinner. Donald Trump has used this occasion to launch fresh attack on Kamala Harris, calling her anti-Catholic and also saying that this is disrespectful to the community. It is an occasion for leaders to really take on a lighter note, take on one another. This is a dinner when the leaders are allowed to crack jokes in a lighter note, but that, it seems, is going to be missed in this season when very, very passionate attacks are being launched by the Republicans and Democrats against one another, led by, of course, Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. In that sense, we also see Donald Trump making an important outreach to very strong Democrats, very strong blue states like New York. The impact of it we'll, of course, get to know once the people go out to vote and the election results come out. But an important traditional dinner and both the adversaries together on the same table will be missed. It's only going to be Donald Trump is what we're hearing for now.
All right, Shubhendu, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for your inputs from New York.